even get started, man, let's make sure we like, share, and subscribe in the comment section. If there's any trolls that are going to join this live, you know what I'm saying? For all my mods, let's get the trolls out of there. I'm just saying this before we even get started because I already know that as soon as the video really starts, it's going to be some trolls. Like, share, hit the subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? Live and direct. For the people the people that gave me super chats last time, I greatly appreciate it. But we're gonna talk about Yada. We're gonna talk about Yada, aka the awakening. You know what I'm saying? Hit that thumbs up button. Hit the thumbs up and hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? Yada I mean? Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Yada I mean? But yeah, when we say Yada, we're not talking. Shout out to everybody in the Bay, man. Let me before I even continue, man. Shout out to the blessings to everybody in the Bay. Hit that thumbs up button. You know, Yada is not from the Bay. You know what I'm saying? He's not a representation of this lifestyle. Yada is what we call born and predestined trick. You know what I'm saying? He's destined to be a trick. He's a prime example of a trick. And unfortunately, a lot of the sisters have fell victim to Yada and his messages. Dive in deep. We're going to talk about Yada, the awakening, aka the awakening, and his argument on why men should go 50-50. Ray Murray, Happy New Year's. Blessings to everybody in the live. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. We're going to talk about it.
Real life street star.
I'm going to tell you right now, he already fucked up.
Start clapping right now.
All right.
Yada in the building.
All right, they already fucked up. I know y'all like, you video start. Nope. They already fucked up. You know what I'm saying? The introduction was all fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And see, this is a prime example that we have also a problem in today's society because the day people start clapping it up, yeah, Yada, man, yeah, as if he did something phenomenal, like a million man march. He ain't never did a goddamn thing for the black community. You know what I'm saying? But they already clapping it up. Yeah, Yada. I mean, if you want to clap it up for him being one of the biggest tricks of all time, then, you know, I get it. Tricks aren't great men. Tricks are great men. We actually more of them. We do need tricks. The problem is when the tricking starts to not understand that they're a trick and they try to jump into a different lane. So when the tricks start to talk bad about the pimping. And let me say this, I don't condone or promote any criminal activities whatsoever. I'm a motivator, an educator, somebody that's taking a particular lifestyle and sending a message to the masses. So we're gonna go ahead with Yada, and we're gonna listen to why Yada believes that 50-50 is the way to go. You know, men pay 100%. You know what I'm saying? So although Yada, they get on here clapping it up, yeah, Yada, I want the same praise and worship towards gentlemen of leisure within the lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? We need this type of introduction. You know what I mean? When they hear Ambassador run, oh, I want the same introduction. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of introduction Ambassador Ron should get. But nowadays, people applaud the tricks and speak bad about the ism. But we're going to talk about it.
Black King Essence. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing excellent, brother.
Man, now, you went viral.
Hold on. Hit that like button. We got too many people in the live. Not enough people hitting that thumbs up button. Hit the thumbs up button. Everybody need to hit that thumbs up button. What's up? First down was heading. East Sanford. What's up with the guy? Hit that thumbs up button. We gonna wait. Wait. We just gonna sit here and wait until y'all hit the thumbs up button. Shit, Ambassador got all day. Hit that thumbs up button.
Because you had a conversation with the young brother about going 50-50 with his partner. Before we get into that, though, what brought you to that enlightenment? What about your life? What about what you've been through brought you to a place where you can say, you're supposed to be going 100 with your woman? Give us your start.
Okay. Now, first we have to understand, brother. We haven't properly been taught how to love a woman, take care of a woman, nurture her. So when I realized that the woman's role given to her directly from God is to nurture. I didn't just.
And see, that's what a lot of people do within the congregation in the black community and the church. They play on the hearts of a lot of the black women and black females. What they do is, it was predestined by God for her to be a nurturer. All you gotta do is incorporate God. You know what I'm saying? Because you got a lot of bitches at the end of the day that say things like, I don't need a man, God is my man. So he's playing off the heartstrings of a lot of black women, a lot of black females already. You know what I'm saying? They already fucked up by clapping as soon as he got in there. Yeah! Do not treat this nigga like Louis Farrakhan. Do not treat this nigga like Malcolm X. But Ambassador Ron, I need that introduction. I need, when I speak, it needs to be a plethora of individuals applaud Ambassador Ron. We're going to continue.
For her children to nurture, I gave her businesses to nurture. So I removed her from the work field, put her in a home, an environment of peace and love, and then gave her a business.
You can't hear it? It's too low? Hold on real quick. Let me see. It's too low?
And within that first year, I made $1 million.
That's crazy.
So now I have to give the game. I have to give the game. She's not supposed to be in the field working with us. So brothers get confused. They think that a woman working with them is a helpmate.
Yeah, we do get that.
It's too low? Oh, y'all saying it's too low. It's a little louder? Okay, hold on. Y'all saying it's too low. Hold up. You know what I'm saying? We might have to start the live all over again because y'all saying it's a little too low. Matter of fact, hold on real quick. Because y'all saying too low. I don't think it's too low at all. I think it's just right. Hold on real quick. Y'all saying it's way too low. Let me see. Hold on real quick. Because we might have to make some adjustments on the fly, live and direct. He's the Farrakhan of tricking. Most definitely. He's for surely the Farrakhan of tricking. He's definitely Louis Farrakhan of tricking.
That's a woman doing half of his job. Helping you and doing half of your job is one thing. So I'm here to just the real tools and tell them we've been lied to, we've been confused. And that's why the majority of men that's going 50-50 with women, that's been going 50-50 for years, is still stuck in the same predicament.
Right, and so we're gonna delve really.
What he just said is nothing but foolishness. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, men play 100%. Men have been paying 100% for a very long time. And what I mean by that, I'm not just saying financially. We're talking about the infrastructure of the system. We're talking about railroads. We're talking about food production. We're talking about buildings. We're talking about homes. We're talking about cars. We're talking about inventions. So when he says that a man should pay 100%, I don't think he's incorporating historical events and also things that men have created. That whole perception that a man should pay 100%, I think he should tailor that conversation more towards the tricking. So what he needs to incorporate in this message is that, 50-50 should not go for guys that desire to be stomped down tricks. So if you are a chronic trick, if you're somebody that, you're a prideful trick, you say, you know what? I'm going to go out here, I'm going to be the biggest trick I can be. I'm not going to let nobody out trick me. As a matter of fact, I'm going to open up a trick ball. Instead of a player's ball, it's going to be a trick ball. It's going to be a whole bunch of tricks. And we're going to give awards for who was the best trick of the year. I think that he needs to stay in his lane. And then to say men, don't go 50-50, boys go 50-50, I think he needs to look at geographic. I think he needs to be cognitive of what cities people are in. I think he needs to talk to the masses. I think he also needs to incorporate black men, because he's saying men in general don't go 50-50. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to continue to let him go on with the foolishness.
Right, and we have a lot of questions, but a lot of people, first thing they're going to say is, well, what qualifies him to even speak like this? So I want you right now, we're going to go through your history, right, briefly, but I want, the people that are watching who we're talking to, right, because you're a great man, you've done great things. So let's start, who are you? What is your name? Where are you from? and what do you do?
Okay. My name is Yadan Yada. I'm a biochemist. I also create natural supplements. And when it comes to relationships, I believe myself, I have mastered it because I follow the teaching.
You can just tell he's full of shit right there. I just had to pause it right there. You can tell he's full of shit. Look, and when it comes to relationships, nigga, you full of shit. Just off of that gesture right there, one thing about this game, man, I have a deep level of discernment, and I can read people from afar. I can read when people is full of shit. Just that right there. When it comes here, and somebody coming from the Bay, see, the thing about the Bay is we all got a little bit of game and a level of discernment. We can read people, right? He need to change that name Yada. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing. That's a whole different topic. But the thing about relationships, nigga hop up on this live, sounding like a supervillain and shit. Come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? The thing about relationships, there's nothing about your life that says that you can speak on relationships. You're a biochemist. Do not try to get up on this live and talk about about relationships. It's easy to say you know about relationships when you didn't trick pretty much your life. We're going to let them continue to talk.
That's dope. That's dope. Now, when you say a biochemist, how long does it take one to actually become a biochemist?
It just depends because I studied in Senegal. Yeah, I studied in Senegal, West Africa. And I know you said Nigeria,
Yes,
also
sir.
West Africa.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I studied out there and I put a lot of work in, man. Years, brother. Years.
Lord to the game.
Yeah. So this is the one thing, right? Because this is the one thing I want to know from you, right? While you were in that journey of actually becoming a biochemist, and I think this is where a lot of men, right, we go left or right. While we're pursuing something, you have to be focused, right? And women can be either a distraction or they can, help, right?
For sure.
When you were pursuing your dream, right, as a biochemist, I can see that being used as game, girl. That I can see it going both ways. So how did you deal with that, and what was your mindset when you were going through trying to?
I don't know what just happened, y'all.
If you want to turn your vacation rentals from a side hustle into a business, try Guesty. Before Guesty,
It's a little commercial. Don't worry about it.
I completely focused on being the man that I needed to be, so that I could choose the woman that I wanted. Because if I would have picked the woman in my struggle, I would have picked the woman that wasn't fit for the man that I'm currently becoming or became.
He doesn't even believe what the fuck he just said. The stuttering, the stopping. Look at the fake ass smile. Nigga don't even believe nothing you just said. I see a nigga in disguise. I see a nigga that's been manipulating women, black women. I mean, he's been using that same message that, God, the author of God told me to give you this message. God told me to deliver you from these iniquities and these problems and the things and the devil. And God's gonna bless you if you buy my book. God's gonna bless you if you buy my product. Yeah, all I hear is trick game. He don't even believe what the fuck he just said. He just said, I can't find a woman that is truly for me if I'm in this struggle. You stupid motherfucker. If anything, you would say, you know what, the woman that's with me during the struggle, during my test troubles and times, that's the woman at the end of the day that needs to be around me, because she wasn't with me just because of my situation. She chose the man that I am, not my situation. So, and I know he didn't believe what he just said because I can read body language. That awkward ass smile that he got on his face, he knows at the end of the day that he's playing on the minds of women. He's playing on the heartstrings of women, of females. He already know that. I can't deal with a woman if I'm in a fucked up predicament. So if you ever got in a fucked up predicament, so what you telling me is when you get in a fucked up predicament, that it's okay for her to leave you. He doesn't know loyalty is royalty. Yeah, and that's the thing. He doesn't know the definition of loyalty because he's not loyal. He's not even loyal towards the truth because he's sitting up here lying in this interview. You could just tell off of his like, come on, man. Like, oh yeah, at the end of the day, I can't be with the woman at the end of the day that, is with me while I'm down and struggling. I can't do it. I can't be that, brother. I can't be that. You'll listen to him live.
How did you know what man you need to be?
I saw the man I didn't want to be.
Oh,
I saw the man I didn't want to be, so I became the opposite of that.
So would you?
Somebody with all these relationships, he's an expert in relationships because of the message from God. And that was the answer you give the people? That's the answer. I just seen the man that I don't want to be. And that's that's what I wanted to be. Is, you know what I'm saying? Don't be what I seen other niggas be. Come on, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Do not sign up for a consultation for Yacht of the Awakening unless you sign up for a consultation to be the best trick that you can be. Niggas deserve what they getting game from biochemical trick scientists. Exactly. Facts. He needs to stick to biochemistry. You know what I'm saying? And like Barack Obama. Okay, we're gonna continue.
That you know what your purpose was in this world.
Nah, I can't say I knew my purpose.
Okay.
Yeah, not in the beginning.
Okay.
But when I truly found myself, when I came to an understanding, awakening of who I was divinely, that's when things started to change, brother.
How did you get your spirituality? Your spirituality?
I traveled.
Okay.
South America, different countries in Africa. I traveled.
For a brother who is not blessed enough to travel, and he's having a hard time finding himself or his purpose.
Hit that thumbs up button, like, share, and subscribe before we continue.
What would you say to Guy brother?
He has to understand the things that he loves. Really come into a divine.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna keep it real. This shit is boring the fuck out of me. You know what I'm saying? This is answers. I mean, they're so vague. He has to find God. He has to find the love of his life. He gotta find light. He gotta travel to earth. I mean, I was expecting something more magnetic, something more energetic. Not, he gotta find God. He gotta find the light. Once you search for the light, that's when you walk towards the light, and then you're enlightened. It's like, nigga, you're not saying nothing profound. And you don't even say what was your awakening moment. You talk about how you found spirituality, but you don't talk about what was your awakening moment. And we're already 5 minutes in. I'm gonna let the nigga continue to talk, but he's not saying nothing that's profound. We're gonna continue.
Understanding of what he loves, understanding how to properly love himself, understanding how to elevate himself mentally.
Hit the thumbs up button.
Just really stepping out of the matrix and stepping into his mind and understanding himself.
Top of it.
And I feel like a lot of the disconnect has been, a lot of brothers don't know themselves,
right,
and they don't have any spirituality, or they don't have any that type of divine guidance.
Right.
And when you don't know a purpose, you just look for purpose in people.
Right. But see, the thing is, it's not the fact that they're not looking for the purpose, it's the fact they got distracted.
Right.
They got distracted from the purpose. And the purpose is themselves. Whatever a man chooses to be, if it's rich or a bum, he chose it. So a bum can become his purpose. You know?
So let me ask you this question. How many kids, and we're going to speak for African-American kids, how many kids do you feel like are affected by not having a father figure in the home? Do you feel like that is the leading cause of us wanting to assume our roles? Or what do you feel like is the biggest factor in the fact that men don't think like you think?
A lot of men weren't properly raised correctly. We slavery mentality. The man on the field, the woman on the field, the child on the field. Now the black man saying, I'm not going to choose a woman unless she's on the field with me. So now the man has picked up that slavery mentality. We become slave masters to our women. We sleep with them, they cook for us, and we work them. We sell them like pimps.
Okay, right there. Okay. See, that's where I gotta pause this shit. They cook for us, they clean for us, We sleep with him. We're still like a pimp. Nigga done lost his mind. I ain't heard no game yet. I didn't hear anything profound. So you tell him, if a woman cooks for you, if she cleans for you, and you sleep with her, then he's a pimp. That's a problem right there. That modern day society has painted this picture that if you dress nice in a suit, if a woman cooks for you, if a woman cleans for you, that you're a pimp. You know what I'm saying? No, it's not that you're a man with standards, you're a man with principles. If a woman simply cooks for you, cleans for you, and you have sex with her, that you gotta be a pimp. You can't have a nice car, you can't dress nice, you can't be young and fly and charismatic. Oh, you're a pimp. And this is my problem right here. Tricks putting the pimping in their mouth. Yada has no business talking about no pimping. And who are you? Why are you even bringing up pimping in the first place? And why did you laugh after that? See, my level of discernment is on a whole different level. Nigga, why the fuck did you laugh right after that? He did something like a pimp. He's a pimp. I didn't find shit funny. What the fuck is you laughing at? There was nothing funny about you bringing up the word pimp and you were tricked. Yada, you need to focus on being the best trick that you can be. You're talking about women being in the slave fields, men being in the slave fields, and then children being on the slave fields. We're in a time where many are not going through chattel slavery. You know what I'm saying? We're not living in those times where everybody's going through chattel slavery. So in one part, you're saying that a man wants everybody in the field, including the children. On the other hand, you calling black men, because you talking to black men, you calling them slave owners and pimps. So I just want to know, do you think a man should have dominion over anything? I would like to know about your religiosity or your spirituality, because in scripture it says that a man should have dominion over all things. I question a lot of things that Yada has to say. Because you brought up the word pimping. And like I said, you need to look up geographic. You gotta look at statistics. Majority talk about men should go 50-50, little boys go 50-50. Well, let's talk about how many men in the world make over $100,000 or $100,000. What percent is that? 17% of men make over $100,000. Majority of men make up to what? $53,000 a year? And for women, it's $40,000 a year? So before you sit up there and try to talk about the black man or the man needs to be the sole provider and you bring up the word pimp, you need to be educated on that term pimp. You need to be educated and stay in your lane. You need to stay in a lifestyle, which is a trick lifestyle. I respect the honorable tricks, the ones that say, I am a trick. I'm going to stay in my lane of being a trick. I want to be the biggest trick that ever lived. I want to be mentioned amongst the Mount Rushmores of tricks. I'm an Ivy League top tier Harvard University trick. But when you start bringing up pimping and shit like that, and then you start laughing, this is where the negative narratives come from. You have no business talking about a criminal lifestyle if you're not a criminal. And see, this leads me to believe that you are a motherfucking criminal. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you're trying to con black women. You're trying to con black women. The same finger that you're pointing, you know what I'm saying, you're also guilty of yourself, because you sit up there and what you're trying to do is play on the heartstrings and manipulate. It's almost like the mirroring effect. But he has a misconception on the word pimp. You know what I'm saying? He has a total misconception of the word pimp. And I'm disappointed that he even brought that up. And then, I mean, if you've noticed throughout this video, every time he says something that he doesn't believe, he laughs. If you guys didn't recall, 5 minutes in, you know, he said something in the beginning of the video and started laughing. What the fuck is you laughing at? A lot of people, if you study their body language, when they don't believe what the fuck they saying, they just start laughing. He knows little about black fathers are the most active and involved fathers out of all the race groups. This was proven in studies just a few years ago. Facts. We're going to let y'all continue to sit up here and lie about the slavery mentality. The slavery mentality is to think that a man primarily is responsible for all of woman's bills. Now, if you are a trick, then I'm not talking to you. If you are a trick and you are an open trick, and you say, you know what, I am a trick, I know who I am, I'm going to stay in my lane, I'm not going to even bring up no pimping because I don't know nothing about that. Micro expressions and body language goes a long way. You know what I'm saying? We're going to continue.
That's crazy because it's crazy because we just had an interview, right?
Nigga full of shit.
Priscilla, and she believes that men basically can't. We have the ability to love a woman the correct way. She feels like we only choose women out of necessity, like, you know, hey, she can cook, she can clean, that's a void, so I'm gonna pick her as my mate. What do you say to that?
Hit that like button.
I say that's a woman that hasn't dealt with a man that's properly healed. You're dealing with broken men, you're going to get broken things, but when you deal with a man that's healed, you're getting a whole different outcome. But majority of the women that's talking about men that hasn't healed aren't healed women. Because healed women would attract healed men, and healed men attract healed women. So the woman that would have spoken on that, I would have asked her, are you broken? What type of daddy issues do you suffer from? And this is the real conversation that most people want to avoid. They want to run from themselves. But you have to understand, anywhere you go, you'll go.
Now, I gotta ask this question too.
The nigga didn't say a motherfucking thing. Anywhere you go, you'll go. You're dealing with somebody that's brokenhearted. So a healed men deal with healed women. It sounds good to a basic motherfucker. It sounds good to a motherfucker that's illiterate. But somebody that has common sense and knowledge, they would just listen to what he just said and said, that nigga didn't say nothing. He didn't say anything powerful or profound or impactful. I mean, I don't know where this awakening talk is coming from. If I ain't know what I was talking about, I'd be laughing like that too. Come on now. And that's the thing right there. You know what I'm saying? He don't know what the fuck he talking about. That's why he just get up here laughing. He's just like, these stupid motherfuckers don't even know. Tell them to buy my book, The Yada Awakening. They finna buy this shit, and I'm finna get rich off these motherfuckers. Because I can play on the heartstrings of people if I say things with a little bit of passion. But even in this interview, I don't hear any passion. I don't hear anything that's like, wow, he do got a point. I'm gonna continue let him talk.
For a lot of us, right, didn't grow up with our fathers in the actual household, right? How long do you think it takes for a little kid that turns grown to actually find himself as a man? Because as a kid without a daddy, father figure.
Brother, truth be told, most men don't. And that's why you hear people sound like Charleston White when you listen to my video. That's a lost, confused man going through his second childhood.
See, and he's wrong already. He answered the question all wrong. All wrong. Most men are lost. What he should have said is that they haven't really formed into a man. He's still a male, and until he's a multitude of counsel and experiences on top of that multitude of counsel, and unless he endeavors to really become a man and accepts the trials and errors and the tests and times, he won't become a man. That's the right answer. Nigga ain't no fucking relationship expert. Get the fuck up out of here. Hey, if anybody's giving him consultation at the end of the day, you should ask for a motherfucking refund. This is why some real authentic and really representation should be talking on these lives and about relationships and shit. He has no business, and the audacity for him to sit up there and talk about some pimping, he got his nerves for real. So for all the conscious community, for all the spiritually awakening mother of the moon and 4 stars bitches, hey, what you need to do is get your PayPal, get your purses, and come send Ambassador Ron a consultation. That's what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? Because this nigga's full of shit. Everything about him screams full of shit. Look at the face. Look at this shit. It just says full of shit. You know what I'm saying? Never heard of him. Yeah, his name is Yada the Awakening. You know what I'm saying? I don't even like putting the awakening at the end of this shit. Because, you know what I'm saying? Nothing he said is like, wow. Ooh, man. You know what I'm saying? But there are some black women out there that'll listen to Yada the Awakening and say, girl, get it. They'll tell Yada The way, girl, get it. Girl, boom. Said, and he'll have all these ghetto ass bitches with bonnets in an uproar. So Ambassador Ron is here to speak against what he's saying in regards to pimps and that you're not a man if you go 50-50. I'm against that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a player. I've never listened to this shit. Come on now. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna continue to listen to Yada. We're gonna continue to listen to this foolishness.
He hasn't lifted himself mentally, physically, or trapped. So the only thing you have to offer is your body. You sound like a prostitute.
Oh my God.
So let's go. Let's get into it.
And then he needs to look up the definition of prostitute. Because there's a lot of bitches that give up their body for exchange nothing. We call those sluts. You know what I'm saying? I think he should look up the definition of a prostitute. You know what I'm saying? There has to be some type of exchange. That just shows that you don't have any street knowledge, you don't have any uncommon information, and you're just pretty much just talking. Yada, yada, yada. I see why your name is Yada. Yada, 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 yada. That's all I hear when I hear you talking, nigga. P, I recently met this broad. She was with for a time. Sister. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
At the Charleston White.
We're gonna continue.
Let's talk
on.
about the clip that went viral. Now, I did ask the question. Now, the clip that was shown versus his full thought, I believe that was missed. He actually, after the laughs and the joking, he actually had a full thought that he presented, and I'll show it to you. But I believe that there was some validity to that. His stat was men aren't valued unless they can bring value. So basically saying love is conditional for a man. If you cannot provide and protect, then you are not valued as a man. So, and I believe there's a little bit of truth in that. When you're a man, you have a choice to either be a provider and protector, or you become invisible, to me. And I think that was more of his, the first part was more funny, and that's what everybody gravitated to, but there was really a meaning to what he said. But no, I feel like when men aren't
God damn it. Just get to the question.
Men aren't seen as valuable unless they can do X, Y, and Z, and that's a man's job, which is provide and protect.
Fuck.
Now, that is your job, that is your God-given duty, but we don't all come into that.
So what's your question, nigga?
And that's where I feel like that's the start of, like, you don't come into being able to provide and protect, and you don't always come into that before you meet somebody that you feel like you love. You know, sometimes you meet a person in struggle, and you feel like that individual might be the one for you. So, what are your thoughts on that?
Look, he from the light. Look, he don't got answers to nothing. Look at the facial expressions. Look at that shit. You can tell off his facial expressions that he finna come with some more bullshit. He finna come with some more bullshit. Just look at his facial expressions. Full of shit. I know I'm full of shit. But shit, I'm finna come with some bullshit, and they probably gonna eat this bullshit. So let me go ahead and bullshit the people. You know what I'm saying? So let's listen to the foolishness. You already see the awkward ass smile on his face. You know what I'm saying? That look is a look of, I really don't know the answer to this question, but since I'm on camera, I'm finna wing this motherfucker. That's what look that is. Look at this shit. Look at this bullshit. That nigga don't got no answer. That nigga don't got no answer. We gonna continue to let him talk.
Brother.
That right there. When a nigga don't got the answer, he trying to pull what he's trying to do. Nigga, you trying to be like Louis Farrakhan. But you did knock off version of Louis Farrakhan. Brother. Brother. Get the fuck up out of here. Looking damn embarrassing myself. He looking like damn I'm embarrassed. For sure. He's embarrassing himself. So let's continue to watch him pretty much just wing it. He was just winging this whole interview.
A man becomes valuable everywhere he stands. He brings value.
Oh my
So if we
God.
understand that our given right is to provide and protect, that's what we must do. And when a man's unable to do those things, he's not a man.
Wherever a man stands, he's valuable. If he's not able to provide and protect, he's useless. Unfold that. You gotta pay 100%, give it to his hurts. Come on, man. This individual, Yada, man, I'm telling you, he really playing on the heartstrings. And he's not really doing a good job. Even a woman with some game would say, yeah, no.
Even in war times, we need a man that's able to shoot. I don't need a man with no arms. You're useless, brother. Now, when it comes to a woman, she's born with every egg that you'll ever need to give birth. She's born with value. She's born out the womb with her children. Now, we have to understand that her mother held her and she held her children. So that even her mother holds the grandchildren. This is the value of a woman. She is the tree of life. She must be protected. She must be provided for. She must be guided. And she must be loved. Because if we don't do these things, we see broken men. Because the woman is the divine nurturer.
Oh my God. I gotta stop this shit. He didn't say shit. He said, a woman, she holds a womb. She has a child. She holds a child. Then she births a child. Then that child grows up, has a child. And guess what? Brother, she has a child. And when she had a child, brother, if we don't raise the men to be men, then guess what, my brother? Guess what, my brother? We have broken men. Nigga, you didn't say shit. You know what I'm saying? For real, he's the type to manipulate a 3 or 4 to fall in love for free dates. Facts. You know what I'm saying? If you say anything with enough passion, people will believe it. For sure. Just like the pastors. You know what I'm saying? Like Sinful used to say, Mickey Mouse, Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse. And then they met each other. Like, come on, bruh. You say things with enough passion, motherfuckers will believe you. And to be honest with you, for the bitches that are falling for Yada, he hasn't even said anything with no passion. Nothing he said was passionate. I don't know, it's because the volume is kind of low. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, fuck. You know what I'm saying? It's just low energy, low everything. But we're going to continue to listen to him, man. My brother, my 3 or 4 is me. Catering to the
You
woman.
remove the nurturing. You don't get a provider and protector. You don't get that. When a woman is on the battlefield, you don't get the love. Because it's a love that...
Tell me what bitch is on the battlefield right now. He keep talking about this battlefield. We're not in ancient times of Babylon, nigga. Stop talking about the fucking battlefield. This ain't ancient motherfucking times. Who the fuck is on the battlefield? And then if you're going to give a metaphoric concept at the end of the day, it's only important, it's only right that you sit up there and break down a metaphor that you're giving. Who the fuck is on the battlefield, nigga? Did you go to the military? Because you're a biochemist. Do you know a bitch that went to the military? Stop bringing up a motherfucking battlefield. These husbands these days, I tell you, not even a good husband. Well, he might make a good husband, you know. He might make a good trick. I will say this, y'all a good trick, like I said. I just don't like when he brought up the pimping. You're pimping our women out. You're pimping them out. But then turn around and try to manipulate women in the same sense. Because nothing he's saying is impactful or powerful or like, can you guys remember anything he just said on this live? Can anybody out in the comment section, I want somebody to type anything he said that was like, wow, woo, woo. The nigga ain't said nothing. And for everybody that's giving him some money, shame on you. The shit he's saying ain't adding up. Top of the motherfucking morning. Top of it, man. Blessings to everybody in the motherfucking live. Hit that thumbs up button. We gonna talk about it.
Can can get to a child that father cannot, because it's part of a woman's body.
Oh my
It's
God.
part of her body. That
This
when
nigga.
she's pregnant, it doesn't come from the man. It comes completely from her. That's why a woman's intuition with her children is godly.
Let me ask you this question.
The
right?
way you said that shit. The way the intuition, a woman's intuition with a child is so godly. Oh yeah. The average bitch will pick that up and say, ooh, talk to him. Panties will get all wet. Ooh, ooh. He's just, I'm gonna subscribe to him right now. I'm gonna send him some money. And then the look on his face like he really give a shit. Nigga, come on now. He just wasting God's air. That's all he doing. I think he sincerely believes the shit that, matter of fact, he definitely don't believe the shit that's coming out of his mouth. The facial expressions speak all. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. If I just had a picture, if I just screenshot it and show you a picture of this, is this the type of motherfucker that y'all would believe in? Is this your leader? Is this what they say on Black Panther? Is this your king? Is this the type of motherfuckers that you guys will follow? Look at this motherfucker. Can I zoom in anymore? Come on now. Really? This is the motherfucker that you guys will actually listen to. Fuck out of here, man. This dude is a clown. Hold on, we're gonna continue.
Say to the man, right, who actually does provide, right, 100%, right, but feels like his woman is ungrateful. How should he then move?
That's not his woman. If you're providing a woman's every need and she's still treating you like you're not doing, then that's not your woman. She for the streets. Let someone else come pick her up. Continue to focus on yourself, because when a man starts to elevate himself, he's going to attract needs. If a man is attracting a woman he don't need, he hasn't become the man he needed for himself. Because we project these things.
So I want to, okay,
It was only one part in what he said that made a little bit of sense. You know what I'm saying? And see, that's what a lot of tricks do. See, tricks are really good at lying the whole time, but adding in a little bit of truth. And that's how you know a motherfucking con artist. You know what I'm saying? Because all the other smiles he had were all like halfway smiles, unconfident smiles, but this one is, yeah, I'm telling the truth. That part of what he said was the truth in regards to if you're providing and protecting and she's still not abiding to your instructions or abiding to or being respectful towards the man that you are, leave that bitch alone. I'm not gonna say what he said, she's for the streets. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, leave that bitch alone. You know what I'm saying? And when I say providing and protecting, I'm not talking about financially. When I say provide and protect, I don't mean give the bitch, provide everything the bitch feel like she need. Because most of these bitches don't know what they need versus what they want. And that's a whole different conversation that y'all probably wouldn't even be able to go back and forth with somebody like an Ambassador Ron verbally. I don't think he has the life experiences, because a lot of cats like this are totally oblivious to the real world. Totally oblivious to what's really going on outside of his jurisdiction. You didn't travel to all these continents, and for you to have this very small perspective, it leaves me with a lot of questions. But continue.
on the mission of you, right? So I want you to take us through your mission, how you got to this place, because I'm sure you didn't think like this your whole life, right?
No.
So going through, and you're going through your studies.
Like, share, and subscribe.
Take us to the transition of you finding yourself and realizing this message that you now preach.
Now, first I had to understand what a man was. I didn't understand what a man was. I seen a lot of boys trapped in men. And in my neighborhood growing up, they weren't men. We had mothers,
Hold on, explain what a man is. And maybe I'm jumping the gun, but this is your opportunity to explain what a man is. Continue. Let's see if he ever explains what a man is. Derek Jackson type of nigga. Definitely get Derek Jackson ass nigga. This is a prime example of a Derek Jackson ass nigga. For sure. Let's continue.
aunties and sisters raising knuckleheaded boys. So you have nothing but feminine energy trying to teach a masculine man that masculinity goes away and that boy comes feminine. or should I say toxic masculinity.
Oh my God, that was very feminine right there. How the fuck you talk about somebody being feminine, then you use the word, and then the way you said it was very girly. Toxic masculinity. Only feminine motherfuckers use the word like toxic masculinity. You won't hear no authentic representation of this style or no real man saying no damn toxic masculinity. Who the fuck talk like that? Females talk like that. Toxic masculinity. Don't talk about people having feminine features, which you're displaying feminine features pretty much throughout this whole live in the interview. Don't say nothing about no feminine features and then use the word in the same sentence, toxic masculinity. You're an enemy to your own message. You know what I'm saying? You need to be rebuked, like Sinful used to say. Nigga, you need to be rebuked. You need to get that sassiness up out of you, nigga. Talking about toxic masculinity. It's just my brothers and sisters. You want a woman to cook and clean for you and have sex with you? That is toxic masculinity at its finest, my brother. You need to travel the 5 continents to really get an understanding, my brother. You need to travel all 50 continents, my brother. You need to look into your soul, my brother, and realize that you have toxic masculinity. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try not to hurt him too much, man. His T for toxic. Exactly. His T stand for toxic. He's a T. A toxic trick is, hey man, a trick talk about toxic masculinity. This is manipulation 101. So when ladies, when you get in the car and you start to vent to these tricks, because a lot of you bitches do, he's the type to say, I just heard him on the phone and it's what I'm hearing is toxic masculinity. Toxic masculinity? Yeah. I've traveled the world. Where has he been? See, sister, my beloved sister, let me tell you something. He's a toxic guy. He's not somebody that you be with. He's a toxic man. And I can feel it in my heart. Hold my hand. I can just see it right now, sister. You're going through so much. I can just see it. And you need to get away from this toxic guy. And he's the type to get a free date. Guys like this, see all the brothers in the lifestyle, even if you're not in the lifestyle, this is an educational moment. And you should show your women these videos because at the end of the day, this will go to show and this will reveal to the women that there are guys that can say something that makes sense only to him and to other stupid ass bitches, but to somebody that can dissect exactly what he's saying and break down everything that he's saying, they'll say, oh yeah, this nigga's full of shit. We'll tell you what this nigga talking about.
When a man doesn't know how to move like
They
a
get
man,
raw
he
dates
becomes
for sure.
toxic to himself and everything around him. So I looked in my neighborhood, and then I started to travel the world. And in the most poverty-stricken countries, like Senegal, the men work. The men do the sewing in these shops. There's no women. Where you see the women at? In the home. And this is poverty, strictly poverty. But we over here living it up. Most men got 3, 4, 5 women. They're not polygamous relationships. They just diddling dazzling. You know how this goes. So we're taught that's what a man is. But these same up 67 years old, now they're in an old person's home where they're beating on them, stealing from them.
And see, this is what a lot of manipulators do. You see how he went all off ripped? He went off script? The initial question should have been asked, what is a man? He went all off script and started talking about people in Senegal, and his viewpoint is very narrow. Talk about the whole world, not just Senegal. And the one experience there, you have a very, very, very small perspective in the grand scheme of things. This would look like he get an iceberg slim book and decide to milk it for all he can get. For surely. Definitely the type he get free dates. Oh yeah, cause to a basic bitch that doesn't have any education, that doesn't have any type of game, she'll for surely go for him. She'll give him a free date. He's the definition of a man valuing the bitch over himself, for sure. He still hasn't explained what a man is.
And not even wiping their butt. See, me, brother,
Oh my God.
from what I do and how
Nigga can't even wipe his butt correctly. And you talk about motherfuckers having top feminine energy, but you talk about niggas wiping their butt correctly. This nigga's weird. We gonna continue though.
my woman, I know I'm gonna die very happy, man. Very stressful.
A very happy trick.
So I travel the world, and I seen how men with no money still provided for their family because they knew.
I've been a man with no money and still provided game and information and instructions. I've been a man with no money and still protected my circumference in my household and the information I have. I still treated my gold and my treasures and my words as value. So, nigga, don't try to come up here and talk about, it's people out here with no money that still have morals and standards and stand on principles. Whereas, nigga, if my thing is, he could have, everything would have been all fine if the nigga wouldn't brought up no pimping. You know what I'm saying? Like, he that's where he went wrong. You know what I'm saying? So, somebody like him, you know what I'm saying, it wouldn't, Ambassador Ron and somebody like him, it wouldn't even work. It wouldn't even work when it comes to a intellectual debate. It wouldn't even work. And I don't even want to debate with tricks that have a very narrow mind state and mind frame, and you're only coming from one place. You're treating everybody else's experiences as if it's trivial. And I think he'd definitely have trepidation towards talking to somebody like an Ambassador Ron, because I'll chew him up. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even chop him up. As a matter of fact, somebody like him, to be honest with you, somebody like a Yada, if anything, he should pay for a consultation. So if anybody gets a chance, what I want you to do is send this to Yada and say, you know what? This brother right here is very enlightening. The true definition of awakening. You need to sign up for a consultation with Ambassador Ron. Because, nigga, the shit that you've been telling these bitches, you know what I mean? Because I'm not going to beat around the bush and try to sound politically correct. Okay, let me be politically correct. Let me say it right. Fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? We're going to call it the way it is. The nigga's full of shit, but we're going to continue.
He knew that it's a divine arrangement that comes from God. America and Americans and Black Americans, they're confused. They don't even know what God is no more, brother.
Explain to us what God is.
Sex and talk about how big their penises are is something amazing, which it isn't, brother.
Who's saying that, though? You need to see, you're saying a lot of vague things. They don't know what God is. Okay, explain what God is. You know, where are you getting your reference from that people are saying that they got big penises and they're having sex? You keep bringing up sex. And see, that's what manipulators do. They speak against things in which they're actually doing. You know what I'm saying? Why you keep bringing up sex? The message is 50-50. The argument should be boys go 50-50 and men pay 100%. So we want to hear more about trickish ass ways and how you going to pay a bitch way through school and through college tuition and everything else. You have yet to say what you're going to do for the Black woman. You know what I mean? Why he look and sound like Dr. Bond? Man, this nigga, man, he look like a goddamn fool. That's what he look like. Sitting up here talking about men should pay 100%. My thing is this, you know what I'm saying? So basically, if you're not paying 100%, you're not a man. So a man works his whole life. He goes through school, he goes through training, he goes through all these iniquities. Law enforcement against him. You know, the system is against him. Some of the sisters are against him. You know what I mean? On top of the system. Shit. Some brothers were against him. You know what I'm saying? And here he is talking about, you know, you go your whole life, you work very hard. You work so hard. You know, the system's against you. The world is against you. And guess what? You give it all to a bitch. Sepulveda, top up. Shout out to Sepulveda. This is, he goes by the name of Yada the Awakening. You know what I'm saying? That's what he goes by. You know what I'm saying? That's the name that he goes by, but we all know, based off of some of the things that I've been saying, is you're definitely not going to be awakened. You're going to be confused. He's the author of confusion. You know, he believes that his awakening testimony, or test-a-lie, I would say, is that you're a boy if you go 50-50 with a woman, but you're a man You know, at the end of the day, if you pay for 100% of everything. Shout out to Sepulveda, man. Shout out to Sepulveda Prince. R.I.P. Sinful. That's pretty much his argument. You know what I mean? Which he really not saying nothing his whole life, but he's playing on the strings of the black women or black females, and he's causing iniquities within the black community because there's been numerous sisters. That's right. What he's doing is a problem. It's problematic because you gonna have bitches with bonnets with their belly showing. You know what I'm saying? Bitches with kangaroo pouches running around here talking about, get it. That's right. Yada. They're gonna be cheering this shit on, but this message don't even speak for them. You know what I'm saying? And he's one of them tricks that are trying to manipulate a bitch into getting a free date. And I think it's important that we show this message and that people get educated. You know what I mean? Because there's some fellas out there, man, that, you know, they don't think tricks got game. Tricks have game, and Yada is an example of one of them. You know what I mean? He's a real life biscuit, for sure. We're going to continue to listen to the foolishness.
Become prostitutes. We become slave masters.
He keep bringing up sex and prostitutes. Yada pays for pussy. You know what I mean? You keep bringing up... See, the problem is, the reason why he don't like pimps, it just came to me. The game just ministered to me. The reason why he don't like pimps is because if he runs into a broad that has a pimp, she's going to have standards. He can't get the free sex that he always desired to have with that bitch. I said it. Yada did all this studying. I went to Senegal, brother. I went to Africa, brother. I was in the Kazulus. I was in the mountains. I was in the jungle with the snakes and the lions and bears, my brother. Just to be the biggest trick that you could be. So you traveled the whole world. You got all this education just to pretty much to be a fucking doormat towards a bitch. You know what I mean? And now what you're doing is you're trying to use your education. You're trying to use your education to manipulate the bitches that have no game. Trying to use your education pretty much to get free pussy. In simplicity. That's what you're doing. He sounds slow, like he's on drugs. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if brothers, you know, on drugs. I doubt it. But then again, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think brothers on drugs. I just think that he's a trick that has got his education, went to school to be a biochemical science engineer or whatever the case may be. And he's using his education and a little bit of books that he's read and used listened to a few of Louis Farrakhan videos. And now he's trying to go out and manipulate bitches into getting free pussy and some money. That's what I think he's trying to do. Right? He can't con her to throw off the condom. Yeah, that's what he want to do. My sister, this is a natural thing. You don't need this condom. This was made by the white man, sister. The white man. I'm a black brother, and having black dudes would be oh so beautiful. He's that type of nigga. We gonna continue.
Ourselves, to our children, and to our women.
Nigga, stop acting like you care about the women and children.
Again,
and the
so
women.
you're on your journey, right?
Yeah.
And you travel the world, see.
Yeah, oh yeah. When a nigga closes his eyes, it's kind of smirk. Yeah, you know he's full of shit. Yeah, Get the fuck out of here.
See it. At what age is this? I'm curious.
Man, I'm traveling the world early 20s.
Early 20s, okay.
Early 20s, I'm traveling the world.
Okay.
You could just tell.
And
you could just.
You see that.
He just looked like.
I met Jen after she was ghosted by an ex.
Hold on,
It took
real
her
quick.
years to get, and he just popped back into her life.
This and it clicks to you. So
The look on his face, he just gives scammer. He just give me one of them niggas that just like you going in the store to buy some food and he just in the store. My brother. Can I get a moment, my brother? He just gives scammer. There's something about him. Just look. He just remind me of one of them niggas that sell bootleg DVDs and you put the DVD in and the shit don't work. That's the shit that he don't give spiritually awakening or motivational or nothing about him says enlightening. It just gives bootleg. Our body put the shit in, the screen is blank. That's what it's giving. It don't give, just look at this motherfucker. It don't give awakening. Come on, man. They better off paying Ambassador Ron to get on this shit, man. Because look, this nigga's full of shit. he don't feeling alone. He can't seem to understand why all men ain't paying for pussy. He don't feeling alone. He get right. Con her to take off the condom and shit like that. Yeah, man.
You're a biochemist. As a black biochemist, I'm sure they own you. I'm sure they throwing at you. So, in this situation, are you saying I'm gonna only try to focus on bringing a wife, or are you like, man, I'm running through them? Like, what was your?
Now I'm a builder. I can't build now with a side piece, brother. I don't even know how.
It wouldn't have been a side piece.
It would have been an appetizer.
Right.
I need the whole meal. I need the mind, body, and soul.
You're not
I don't
answering
want
the
just
question,
body.
nigga.
I put too much work in just for the body, and then we don't know what this body comes with. And I'm not just talking about physical diseases, but energetic and mental diseases.
Oh my
Now I'm
gosh.
picking up this habits.
You full of
Now
shit.
I'm fussing and I'm arguing and I'm becoming just like her. No, brother, no. When a man becomes a man elevates. I want a woman I can elevate on each and every level. I don't put in real work. So why waste a female that the next man can do?
So, basically, you're saying.
Thank you. I'd rather hear something profound about being a black alchemist. That's all I want to hear. We don't want to hear about this fake ass. I want to elevate a sister. I really just want to elevate and pepperate and deteriorate. We want to hear about how you became a proud and profound black biochemist. Let's talk about that. Since you don't want to talk about how you can pretty much be the best trick in America and the best trick that live, just start talking about biochemists. That's more interesting at this point. Cause we still, man, this is sad, man. 17 minutes in, and you had anything profound. Sounds like a typical con artist. Exactly. He's no better than a lot of the niggas out there on the blade. You know what I'm saying? I just want to elevate you, baby. That's all I'm saying. I just really want to show you something different, though. I'm a real nigga. You want to see my bitch? I just want to elevate the bitch type of ass niggas. But the biochemist version. You know what I'm saying? And he don't even get, I'm not going to disrespect the imps. I'm just going to put imps. I'm not going to put yimps or pimps. The imps. Because I'm not going to even put nothing there. He no better than them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to disrespect them. He truly reminds me of a nigga that be in front of the liquor stores that sell DVDs. My brother, this is the new shit. Come buy it. It's exclusive. To sell fake ass Gucci in front of the liquor store. You know what I'm saying? He one of them type of. That's the vibe. I don't get anything profound from this. The energy, the way he talked, the way he looked, nothing about him. Just look at this nigga. Would you buy anything from this motherfucker? Just look at this shit. And what the fuck is that on your face? You got holes in his face and shit? Nah, bro. Get the fuck up out of here, man. We don't want none of your bootleg DVDs or the fake ass Gucci shirts. You understand me? We don't want that shit. What the fuck you got going on, my guy? What is this? You know what I'm saying? The bitch didn't put you in a leg lock and you didn't caught something on your face? Come on, man. Knock this shit off, man. You nigga got taco meat holes in his face, man. Like, what's going on? Come on, bro.
Able to act that because you became whole.
I became who I am for me. I didn't have to choose from the bottom. I chose the woman I wanted. That's a different form of loyalty. That you don't have to choose.
I mean, as a trick, you get there and pick whatever bitch you want on the blade. You know what I mean? You see a fat bitch, you want to get you a bitch that look like Rasputia, you can pick that. You get you a petite, you know what I'm saying, with an apple bottom bitch. You got different flavors. So, of course, since you have the money that you have, you could have different selections of bitches. You know what I mean? But if it came down to intellect and urban information, you don't have anything to tell the bitch besides biochemistry.
When you got a woman you want, and she want you too? Come on, brother. Come on.
Yeah. Okay, so boom. You know,
So boom.
You doing your thing, you find, the love of
Niggas
your life,
assassin.
y'all get married. Give me 3 to 4 tips, right, in order to keep a woman happy, in order to keep a happy home, right? They always say happy wife, happy life, right? Is that true? What are your tips?
Happy man, happy life. The man has to be happy within himself. My happiness can't come from my woman. It come from my job. My happiness can't come from my children. My happiness comes from me. Because if my children not doing right, my job's not doing right, my woman's not doing right, it's not going to sway me back and forth. So if I'm happy, I control the level of happiness for my woman, and my woman controls the temperature within the home. So if I'm good, she's good, the children's good.
It sounds
Yeah,
nigga.
that's good. Okay.
That shit sound good.
So good words to live by. So I want to throw a couple scenarios at you. Right?
Nigga, talk about
I just
biochemistry,
want you to
nigga.
tell me,
That shit sound good,
how
nigga.
you would move.
If I'm happy,
It's tax
she's
season.
happy. Get the fuck out of here.
Tax season. So you know, there's a couple slimy young heathens out here trying to use women to come up. What would you tell them in that?
I saw the woman.
What would, yeah,
Or the man.
let's go both. Let's go both. What would you tell the young man who's plotting?
He's confused. He likes guidance. And he's trying to be like those he watched or heard about. And the women, truthfully, cut them off. Throw them to the corner. Because of a man that...
Hold on, man. See, this is the problem I got right here. I got a problem right here. Here it is. You talked about how men that have sex and men that have women clean and cook from pimps. Then you talked about how black men treat their women as prostitutes. And here you are contradicting yourself when a woman is not, when a female is not a full version of herself, which is a woman. Throw it to the corner. You just contradicted yourself right here. Throw it to the corner. And that's what I mean with these tricks. They continue to contradict themselves. Throw it to the corner. Saying? And that's how I know that you've been riding around on them blades. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not slick when you said that, nigga, when you said throw it to the corners. We know you trying to put, you know, I got this 100, I got this 200. We know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? I can just, my discernment is on a whole different level. He the type of nigga, when his wife is asleep at home, I have to go with this business meeting, it's very important. And he riding around the blade, he looking, he that type. He that type. When his wife is asleep at home, he the type to roam the blade to get a date. Little dude can't be a biochemist. I don't believe it. As soon as you get near him, your credit score goes low. He's a cryptocurrency type of nigga. Not only is he the bootleg selling nigga, the bootleg DVD that don't really work, he's a cryptocurrency type of nigga. He's the nigga in the game right now in the lifestyle. It's a nigga like him in the lifestyle right now. Catch hand, he's no longer able to knock. And since he's no longer able to knock, he started talking about cryptocurrency. You know what I'm saying? That lifestyle was lost when I was in that lifestyle. But once I found crypto, once I found my wife, I decided to get a better life. You know, he's that type of cryptocurrency ass motherfucker. You know, niggas like that you gotta watch, because it's always some type of scam or, you know what I mean? If you just pay $25.99, you're gonna get $100 back on your interest, but the first thing you gotta do is put $1,000 down. Type of ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? He just gives me a scammer cryptocurrency type of vibe. He don't give me no, he can pop up, he can say whatever the fuck he want, but you just said if she's not right, throw her to the corner. Now why would you say throw her to the corner? You done brought up pimping, you done brought up prostitution, you done brought up all these things. Then you talk about throwing a woman to the corner. You're an enemy to your own message. Because I listen to words and I look at body language. I study micro expressions. Nigga, you didn't have to say nothing about pimping or, you know what I'm saying, prostitution. But here you are later on in the live talking about putting a woman on the corner. He's a veteran trick. And for a young green bitch that's greener than goose shit, that's greener than the pool table, she would fall for somebody like this. So let this be a valuable lesson for all the ladies and the fellas out there not to fall victim to a motherfucker like this. Start talking down on the game and start talking about real estate and investments and shit. Exactly. You know, I was lost when I had those women out there. I didn't know who I was. You know what I mean? I was trying to be like my favorite rapper, my favorite podcaster. I didn't know who I was. Once I read this book and I purchased it for $9.99, that's when my whole life changed. See, he would be good in a commercial sales. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to game and enlightenment and shit, fuck out of here. This nigga don't got no enlightenment or no awakening. He hasn't said anything that was an awakening yet. Can anybody in the comment section recall anything that was profound or anything that was powerful or impactful or led to some progression? Nigga ain't said nothing. We gonna continue though.
No money, knowing you have children is a problem. You can't trust a man like that.
Malcolm
And
Q.
I don't gonna bring no money back. You might bring back some hickeys.
Scenario number 2. Young man making about 100,000, right? But his girl making about 10 million. Yeah, making 10 million.
Okay.
How should he move?
What you mean?
What you mean?
He might feel.
Whatever a woman makes is her money, brother.
Yeah.
Come on, a woman cannot respect a man wholeheartedly that she has to take care of. It's impossible, brother. There's no.
Well spoken like the trick. Because you've never had a woman give a fuck about you because you don't have the game, the level of discernment, or the intellect for a woman to care about you unless you have some money. You know what I'm saying? You haven't ran into a woman that really gave a damn about you, brother. And brother, what I want you to do, I want you to close your eyes. I want you to really close your eyes and ask yourself, brother. Ask the Most High, brother. I want you to really close your eyes. Go in depth. This dude's the ultimate trick warrior. Come on, what you mean? Give the bitch everything you got. He felt disrespected for sure. What you mean? You supposed to empty out your pockets. When it's raining outside, you take off your coat and put it on the ground. She's not supposed to walk on the rain, walking in the mud. You take off your coat and you be a doormat. Matter of fact, you know what I mean? If she disrespects you, it's okay. She can spit on you. That is the water from God. You know what I'm saying? When she takes her shit, it's okay to grass with your bare hands. It's okay. You know why? Because that's still food. That's no nourishment. That's the nourishment from God. And you got sisters, bitches in bonnets, I'm trying to tell you. Let these niggas know. Cause my nigga, the last time I checked, like, I was sitting up there, like, my stomach was out, my hair was fucked up, my weed was proceeding, everything, my breath was stinking, and he was trying to sit up there and tell me to get up and clean. I said, you not finna pit me out? You not finna pit me out, nigga. So yeah, I'm subscribing to Yada, period, poo, because I'm not listening to these niggas like Ambassador Ron, and that's on homies, on crib. That's on the set, that's on the red homies. Cause yeah, nigga, I fight niggas. For real. And then Yada sitting up there, my sister, my beautiful sister. My beautiful, beautiful sisters. What I want you to do is hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. What I want you to do is send it to my Cash App. Just send it to my beautiful queen. What's your Cash App, Yada? Okay, yeah, I'm glad you asked. He one of them type of niggas. You gotta watch for niggas like this, I'm telling you.
2 kings. It's impossible. I'm gonna play my role, you play your role. I like my woman soft, brother.
So what I'm saying is, in this scenario, even although she's making way more, that does not mean you can't afford to take care of her.
Listen, if you've been injured,
Yakia Awoken.
what you do next can make.
That's where he stole his name from. Yakia Awoken.
I see people making it through.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Who just nothing.
Right.
A
Same
man
thing.
has to stay and live within his means. Hey, baby, it's all I can afford. Now, if you want to add something on because you choose to, you're choosing to do that. But me, I got this. But this is all I can afford.
Yeah, he's
So
a proud
let's
trick.
say
Baby, I got this.
a couple.
And don't let it be said, for all the gentlemen of leisure out, don't let it be said he's more of a passionate trick. You are a passionate pimp. Don't let him have more passion for tricking than you do pimping. You know what I'm saying? He said, I got this. He was passionate. He had to let it be known. Nah, baby, do that. When we out to eat, don't even bring out your wallet. I bet not see your wallet. If I see your wallet, woman, if I see you even think about pulling out any money, woman, you disrespecting God. You disrespecting Allah. You disrespecting Allah. You disrespecting Baba. You disrespecting, you know what I'm saying? This nigga's a goofy. We gonna continue with the goofball, man.
Make about 40,000, right?
40,000 piece.
And they say, hey, get money together so we can get out of this bad environment.
Right.
What do you say to that?
Of course.
scenario?
Of course. Now, if y'all are working to become one and move forward so you can elevate your whole family, yeah, I'm with that. But if you need a woman to make sure you're good, you will be homeless without her. A lot of men don't understand that. If this woman said, I'm done with you, you can't even afford your own yourself. You can't even afford your insurance by yourself. You can't afford your groceries, your lights, your water bill. Come on, man. That's not a man. That's a boy trapped in a man's body.
And see, this is where we defer. This is where we defer. I don't give a fuck if I can't pay the bills, if I can't pay the PG&E, if I can't afford any of that shit. Guess what? I'm a man that's gonna make sure I make it happen, and I'm a man with or without that shit. What I stand for and what I stand on is what makes me a man. 5 foundations of a man. For number 1, he's the truth. Number 2, he leads with knowledge and wisdom. Number 3, he doesn't react off of his emotionalism. You know what I'm saying? Number 4, come on, man. Like, him talking to the average bitch, it would make a lot of sense. Him talking to somebody that doesn't have a certain level of game, it would make total sense. And him talking to somebody within his lane, okay, that makes sense. If he stays in his lane, everything he's saying is making perfect sense. Stay in your lane. Stop bringing up pimps and prostitutes. And why are you bringing up pimps and prostitutes? Why are you talking about a lifestyle that you never indulged in? And if you are using metaphors, break down those metaphors in this interview. But you talking about 50-50 is what makes him a boy. No, the mentality is what makes somebody a boy. Not the fact that he doesn't have the money. There's all type of circumstances and situations that call for somebody to hey, we gotta go 50-50 if you're in the square world. But in this lifestyle, nigga, stop bringing up pimps and prostitutes and putting people on corners. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to give the brother the benefit of the doubt, but I just can't pick up what he's putting down. Thank you. Eve Sanford, I'm telling you, the shit he's saying is just like, man, and I want you guys, when you have the opportunity to check out some of his videos, he actually got his name from another brother named, what was that brother's name? I think Yaki Awakening, another brother that's a profound speaker. YAHKI, Awaken. You know what I'm saying? He actually got his name from somebody else. Because nothing he said on this live I haven't heard anything at all. Awakening, like nothing. But we gonna continue.
The young man who makes money.
And we gonna wrap this live up because the nigga's boring me too much. I'm gonna keep it
Put
real.
everything in his woman's name for whatever reason. That maybe his credit is bad or
Like, share, and
maybe he
subscribe.
has
Hit that
a
like
family.
button.
Well, how would you tell him he needs to move?
A man that has been in his name has to build credit. Brothers, you have to build credit. Cash is king, credit is God. You have to put things in.
You made money your gods. So if you made money your God at the end of the day, we see what you're serving. And this concludes my message. He's doing the works, not of God, because remember, his God is money. If your God is money, your purpose behind your message is just to get some money. God is money. So God is money, that means you'll do anything to have it. And it concludes my message. At the end of the day, you're manipulating the minds of many and the minority by telling them pretty much that a man should never do this, a man should never do that. And there's a plethora of women listening to this bullshit and then this dude some money. You just said that God is money. Cash is king and God is money. And I say that the game God is gonna spank you for that. Because you trying to run game on individuals at the end of the day, and you're not being the truth in any of these lives. I've heard numerous lies from dude. You're not being the truth. You just said that cash is king, that I'm a king. My information, my words, my game is king. You know what I'm saying? In the game, God's gonna bless me, and I'm gonna sit righteous as a king. You said cash is king. You know what I'm saying? And credit is God. Why the fuck would somebody have credit they can't even save money, nor have financial literacy and know about finances and how to save money? Man, I'm done. I'm done listening to him. Look, like, share, and subscribe. Blessings to everybody that joined the live. I appreciate everybody that joined the live. I'm glad that I actually touched on this topic because it was much needed for people that don't know who this person was. For people that want information, reach out to my Instagram. My Instagram is ambassador_Ron 2.0. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say it again. My Instagram is ambassador_Ron 2.0. Like, share, and subscribe for individuals that want the truth and not a nigga that's gonna sit up here and pretty much bullshit, keep making game look great. I appreciate it, Sepulveda. Shout out to Sepulveda the Prince, man. Some authentic representation, man. It's crazy how he used to hate everything of the white man, but he showed love Gucci and Louis Vuitton, Balenciagas, and all the other European brands. He's so pro-black, but not even when it comes to clothes. Come on now. He's an enemy to his own message. He just said that Cat can tell he's the type that heard other people talk and he took certain things from them. And there's nothing wrong with hearing certain people talk and taking some things from them. I've heard a lot of profound speakers and took some things from them. However, he's not coming from true experience. Experience is very small, it's very minute. And he has trepidation towards somebody like myself. He would not have an intellectual conversation with somebody like an Ambassador Ron. Because the way he's speaking, you can tell that his message will only hit from a very small audience. But that whole, I was done after he said cash is king and credit is God. So he just said early in the video that most people don't even know what God is. And I guess he gave us our answer. In the beginning of the video, I believe it was 15 minutes in, or 13 minutes in, he said that most people don't know what God is. And you broke down what God is. I can continue with this video, but I had enough. Because, I mean, I can dissect him night and day. Dissect, okay, that's a lie. That's bullshit. Go back what you said 15 minutes. Go back what you said 6 minutes and 35 minutes in. 6 minutes and 35 minutes in, you said something different than what you said now. You know what I'm saying? It would be too easy. Way too easy. And see, that's what the game brings. See, when you win the game, it brings a different level of discernment, a different level of game, a different level of identifying micro expressions. You know what I'm saying? You become very, very sharp at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? You become very sharp at the end of the day. But peace and blessings to everybody that joined the live. You know what I'm saying? I want you guys to have a careful, not a careless night on this Saturday night. I wasn't going to do this live, but I said I'm going to do it anyway. But peace and blessings to everybody that joined the live. Blessings, one.